home.
Yeah.
They always ask me, Ali, what you so angry for, man? Why you always so upset?
Why you always so
Tell me shit.
upset?
There's a thin line between anger and hunger, my
Thin
man.
line between anger and hunger,
And I
my
ride you
man.
a cycle down the middle. You might catch me touching feet down on both sides. Ever since day number one, it's just me and where I'm coming from. Rites of passage and shadows on the sun. My people, I stand before you as a man with more true shit than he knows what to do with. I give it all to you long as you can promise me this. When it's time, you will ball up a fist like this. Me and Anthony, we fill all the gaps in. I'm proud of what we make, regardless what happens. Fuck rap and I'll sing off key. One thing you should never do is diss Ali, cause motherfucker, there ain't nothing rougher than trying to climb from the rug you get swept under.
Nigga said, motherfucker, there ain't nothing rougher than trying to climb from under the rug you'll get swept under. That's right. Don't come for me, man, because ain't nothing rougher than trying to climb out from under the rug you'll get swept under. I play for keeps. But anyway, what's up? It's your brother. Hopefully your friend, Big Hill. Quasi in the building. Each one teach one. Ooh, man, I need to get that poison space right there. Yeah, Planet Fitness Chronicle here at this place, man. Hold on, hold your horse at that button. I had to sit out here, man, and get my mind right. Flip on my camera, find something to talk about. And what you talking about? Health, spirituality, well-being. That's what's most important to me today, man. You know, remember when I first started flipping these cameras on, man, I would clown and shit, sing, crack jokes. Then, you know, back in the mid-2000s, I went through a little militant phase, you know what I'm saying? I would spout my pro-blackness and my militancy, you know, government and white supremacy. And the reason why, man, I was doing a lot of reading and studying, and as you begin to wake up and you begin to become conscious, man, about the world you live in, you realize that you've been lied to, you know, and you've been believing a lot of lies all your life, and that shit has a tendency to piss you off. But as you continue to grow spiritually, mature, get deeper levels of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you realize, man, that, you know, you go through that angry phase and you just start, you know, focusing your energy on what's most important. And as I matriculated off into my 50s and shit, I began to look around and pay attention a little closer, and I saw a lot of death in Generation X. Brothers was dying and sisters was dying in their 50s, and I'm like, damn, what niggas dying for? And then as I continued to look, I'm like, oh, hypertension, diabetes, niggas is dying from strokes, cancer, heart disease, you know, cardiovascular circulatory illness. And man, you know, I'm like, ooh, wait. And I'm looking at how I eat, and I got hypertension, you know. I'm trying to get off of it though, because I'm doing all the reading and studying, you know. I'm doing the research, you know, and it's been proven since the 1960s, man, that cardiovascular illness and heart disease can be reversed with a plant-based whole food diet and exercise. That's the reason I'm over here. Now that diet part, I struggle with that. I mean, I do good, you know, I go through phases, like, you know, we can ready to have the solstice. I got a physical coming up next year. My LDL number was kind of high last time. My A1C was 5.6, right there at the door with pre-diabetic, you know what I'm saying? And you know, of course, my blood pressure, diastole and systoles. I done lost 10 pounds. And you know, I do the reading and studying. I'm studying a book now called The China Study, like 400-page book, man, that a doctor wrote about his science on nutrition. You know, he started in the lab, and he did a lot of work in the lab on mice and shit with different diets and studying things about the body. And then he said he wanted to do that same stuff in population, so he got a lot of people to come together. They went to rural China and started doing different studies on populations in China about how folk eat and what it does to the body. You know, and then I read this other book, you know, from a brother named Dr. Bobby Fischer. He was a former pharmaceutical, what you call them? Pharmacists. He was a pharmacist, and he did a lot of study and work, and he wrote a book called Vegecation Over Medication. Simply meaning, man, that you ain't got to be on these meds. You can get the medicine from the food that you eat. And then there's another doctor, Joel Furman. He wrote like Eat to Live. I think he bit off the Honorable Elijah Muhammad on that, but his studies is about basically how food affects the body. So that's what I do. Like, I was talking to a brother the other day, man, and we was talking about health and diabetes, and he was just real flipping. Man, I got it from a grandparent. My grandmama had it. And y'all know how I feel about that. That's a lie and that's a myth. In a few rare cases, diabetes, and it's type 1 diabetes, can be genetically transferred. But you don't get type 2 diabetes from your mama and your grandmama. You got a bad diet from your grandmama and your mama. I said, so bro, you don't think that your blood cholesterol, the fat and the grease in your blood from the foods you eat, you don't think that had nothing to do? You don't think sugar? Do you know what diabetes is? That's insulin resistance, bro. That's when you got the pancreas secretes insulin into the body naturally. But when you got so much sugar and you eat so much sugar, it's so much sugar in your cells and in your body that the insulin that's secreted by the pancreas can't get into the cell. So you had to go and get an insulin shot to get the insulin into your body. That's insulin resistance. Do you even know what diabetes is? Do you know? So I'm trying to explain to him, man. I said, bro, you need to do if you got these conditions, and this is my exhortation to the brothers and sisters, right? If you have these conditions, hypertension, diabetes, whatever type of cardiovascular illness, cancer illness, stage cancer you in, whatever it is, man, go educate yourself on that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Go, if you don't like reading, man, you got plenty of videos on YouTube where doctors is giving lectures and shit trying to explain exactly what's going on in the body and what you need to do to overcome it naturally. But if you just want to run to the doctor, man, and get you some meds and shit, and then when you take them meds, you're going to get some side effects, and you're going to need some more meds for them side effects. And when you take them meds, they're going to give you some side effects, and you're going to need another pill for whatever that one doing to you. Now, you done had fucking diabetes, but you on 4 or 5 medications because it's on and on. So, that's my admonishment, man. Educate yourself. Find out what's going on with you. Like, if you got diabetes and you don't even know how you got it, and the only thing that you can open your mouth and say is, oh, I got it from my grandmama. See, we hear that from our elder generation. But if you in Generation X and you a millennial, man, you are in an information age. And if you just in a box and you don't want to go, you just intellectually and mentally lazy because you don't want to go and challenge your mind. Your mind ain't going to blow up if you go read a few pages out of a book. If you open up a book and read a chapter out the book, your mind is not going to explode. Blood ain't going to start seeping out your ears. You know what I'm saying? Pick up a book. So you should be able, if you got diabetes, you should be able to explain to a 5-year-old what diabetes is and how you got it. Other than just saying, oh, I inherited it. You wasn't born with that shit. You didn't wake up one day and have diabetes. Now, diabetes come as a result of diet. A result of what you're putting in your mouth over a long period of time. Hypertension the same way. Plaque and arteriosclerosis, plaque and cholesterol's in the arteries, and your blood is thick, and your heart has to pump harder just to get the blood through the body. Because why? The blood is so thick from all the greasy shit that you eat from the processed food, meat, and dairy. These are the culprits. You know what I'm saying? And then over time, you get a buildup. As that shit flows through your arteries, it builds up on the walls of your arteries. So your artery was probably that wide. Now it's that wide because you got all this plaque and cholesterol in there. So yeah, man, learn about this stuff, man, and find out what's going on with you, and then do something about it. You could pray in God and ask God that God gonna heal it, and this, that, and the other, but faith without works is dead. So there's some things you have to do, and those things that you have to do is diet and exercise. That's why I'm at this Planet Fitness. Anyway, that's enough on that, brothers and sisters. I'm out of here.
Mistake number one is that your crew don't love ya. I take a bullet for the core and the sayers. When me and my intensity you have to witness. Look close.